Okay, Vanessa, I don't know about you, but I am ready to pull my hair out being quarantined at home. It is I have lost count, 577 of quarantine, and I'm up to here with it. So today, we wanted to jump on here for our fans and to offer some ways, to share some ways that we have been keeping sane.
Welcome to Mommies of Jen during quarantine. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Samantha.
And this channel is all about how to teach, love, and care for your kids. So if you're interested in channels like this, go ahead, hit subscribe, ring the bell so that you never miss one again.
All right, guys, today we have a really, really special edition for you from our homes. Vanessa is in her house and I am in my apartment here. And we wanted to jump on here to offer this really, really informal video to share some of the ways that we have been keeping sane.
Ah!
All right, Vanessa, tell me, what have you been doing?
I am setting myself realistic expectations. And I say this when it comes to online learning. As you all know, I am a mom. I have an 8-year-old who is in 3rd grade. And in the beginning of this quarantine, I was going a little crazy, to be quite honest. Well, number one, I have a brand new baby. I have a toddler and Noah, who's 8. And sometimes I feel like we have these unrealistic expectations and then we expect our kids to know a little too much when really they should not know certain things, like Google Classroom. In the beginning, he didn't know how to work it, period. He didn't know how to make a copy of a document. And I was getting very frustrated and very angry. And then one day, after speaking to a friend who has a 4th grader, she told me, you know what, I just backed off. And I'm letting her do what she has to do. And I am there for support, but I am setting my expectations a little lower.
I'm pretty realistic. This is new for all of us. And it's not normal times. So it's hard to pretend like it's normal times.
Exactly. So that's exactly what I did. And I have given myself a lot more peace of mind. I do have to say, I do ask him every day, are you okay? But he's completely independent and I'm hoping that everything's going well. I mean, his teacher hasn't reached out, so I'm assuming that everything is going well. And I am checking behind him. I do check his work, but I am just not on top of him. And especially with the timing, I was a little too hardcore in the beginning and it just wasn't working out. So now that I've backed off a little bit, things are much better.
So tip number 2 for us would be, we were talking about this beforehand, is to keep routines, but keep routines that work for you during this time. So that means that it may not look like what your routine is, or it shouldn't look like what your routine is regularly, because it's not possible to keep those routines. So setting up routines that work for you right now. So for me, we wake up and we go to sleep the same. Our bedtime routine is the same, and our breakfast routine is the same. So those 2 routines we've kept consistent. And throughout the day, we have other little routines, but we are flexible and whatever works for us that day.
Yep, I'm glad that you said flexible. I've also I've kept the routine of going to bed the same for the kids. I just need that peace of mind because again, I have a newborn, so I need to give her a little attention. So I do put them to bed at the same time. But then there are other routines that I kind of threw out the window. Like I usually have this 0 screen time policy Monday through Thursday. That was the routine that I was sticking to. And now during quarantine, I threw that out the window. I need to keep my sanity, so I am allowing them every day a little bit of screen time. I would say a lot more than just a little bit, but you know, it's all about keeping our sanity, keeping the kids' sanity, and everything's going well. All right, guys, so tip number 3 would be to find time for yourself. As difficult as that may sound, whether it is that you like to read a book or maybe just go out for a walk or just have some me time. My me time right now is taking a nap. I'm on day 4 of that. Every day I've been taking a nap and I have found that it works for me. It gives me my sanity away from the kids and it gives me time to rest because I'm not getting a lot of sleep at night. So my husband's totally on board. I come upstairs and I take a nap, and he just takes care of the kids.
Number 4 is to find some time to get outdoors. I would say, I mean, of course, like, we're all trying to do our best, and it's dependent on where you are in the country too, in the world, especially in New York, when we want to be as safe as possible with the city. We're not going to playgrounds. They're all closed, actually. So, but we make sure that we're going on our walks. Like, there's no reason why we can't get some fresh air. So going on a family walk, or either, Ethan is walking now, so we'll walk out together, or I'll put him in his stroller and we'll take a stroll outside. And it's just made an incredible difference just to get that sunshine and just to get that fresh air. It just makes such an incredible difference.
All right, guys, so our next tip is to actually look for some activities to do with your kids at home. I know we are all going crazy. It doesn't have to be something big and spectacular, just something simple. I know, Samantha, you've been doing a lot of activities with Ethan, especially because he's a very exploratory age group. So just looking for activities on Instagram, on Pinterest, on YouTube. Just look activities for toddlers, or activities for preschoolers, activities for 8-year-olds, anything that will keep your kids busy. And if you are going to be a part of it, make sure that it's something simple that you can follow, that you're not going to be stressed out by following directions. But just keeping the kids busy will always be good for everybody's mental sanity.
Absolutely, and it makes the time go a lot faster. And we want to make another video for you on our top channels and our top pages with activities that we've been using at home. So look out for that in the next video.
Our next tip is to connect with people, whether that it's through Facebook or through Zoom, like we're doing now, or through WhatsApp. A lot of FaceTiming going on right now. I've actually seen friends that I haven't seen in a while. I've reached out and we've done the FaceTiming, and I've done it with people even from Colombia. And every night at 9 p.m. I actually get together with a bunch of my cousins and my aunts, and we see each other and we pray. We pray for the world. We pray for our health. More specifically, we've been praying for our grandmother who was battling at the hospital. And recently she was released and she's back home, and she has some residual things going on. But overall, we're praying and we're grateful that we are nice, that we're healthy, and that we are quarantined in the safety of our own homes.
Yeah, and also I have to say that I forget who I heard this from, but this has kind of been my rule of thumb, is to just pick up the phone. Just pick up. So if someone is calling you, I think we're all guilty of it. If we see a phone call that, and we kind of take for granted, and we'll say, we'll talk to them later, or this is not the best time. During this time, just pick up. It doesn't matter. Just pick up the phone and entertain that conversation, because it's a really great time and an important time to connect and have those connections, and to just show the gratitude for the people in our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, but just pick up the phone, because you never know if somebody's just calling you for their own mental health. We're all on the same boat, and being stuck indoors really does give you that cabin fever that everybody talks about. So picking up the phone and having a friendly conversation with an old friend is, I think, right.
Yeah. So our last tip, this is one that Vanessa and I didn't talk about before. So Vanessa, tell me what you think of this. But actually, to use this time at home to be productive or to practice gratitude. Because right now, I have to say that we're stuck at home, but I've been actually trying my best to make the best of it. It's a little bit of denial of what's going on in the reality outside, because it's crazy, but it's been a really important coping mechanism for me. So Omar has been doing things around the house, and I've been trying to it's actually really hard for me not to be grateful right now, to be with my family and to be safe and to be healthy. So our last tip would be to use this time as best you can, to get things done, to feel productive, and above all, practice your gratitudes every day. All right, guys. So that's kind of how we've been trying to stay sane during this quarantine. And both Vanessa and I are extroverts, so we are struggling. We're struggling a little bit.
Struggle is real.
Yeah, the struggle is real, but we are using this time as best we can and appreciate those around us. And we would love to hear from you guys. How have you been keeping sane? And also, what do you think of this format of video? Are you like it? Is it this quarantine edition cool? If you like it and you want more videos while we're in quarantine, give us a big thumbs up. We appreciate it. We're trying to make our videos for you guys. And we'll see you next time.